Welcome to the Wrexham Coffee Matchup. I'm Dave.
And I'm Courtney. Each week, we'll take a few minutes to catch up on the latest news from Wrexham. From matchups to transfers, on and off the pitch, we'll share our takes on it all.
So grab a coffee and join us.
Hey Dave, welcome back.
Welcome.
Looking
How are you
sharp?
doing today? Looking sharp. It's interesting wearing the new third kit, which apparently...
I missed the premiere.
I inadvertently became the rollout of the kit on social media yesterday. Too much fanfare. Too much fanfare. Yes. So I had remembered that when I was in New York, I was talking to some people, and they had been at the unveiling of the home kit, which was kind of a fiasco for other reasons, and the store where they unveiled tried to pull out this kit to sell it. And they were told no, they had to put it back because it was embargoed. So a couple of people got a glimpse of it, and they kept telling me how nice it looks in person. And then late last week, the pictures came out of the kit, and it looked okay, but they didn't look...
But a long-sleeved one.
A long sleeve one, and there was another one on the Dick's Sporting Goods website. But they didn't give a good view of what it really looked like. But I did find out that over the weekend, I was able to put one in my shopping cart and pick it up at a local Dick's Sporting Goods. So
well, I'll give this a go.
I'll give it. And I figured if it didn't look as good in person, then I would return it. Or something, but it's...
Or if they didn't sell it to you, then at least you tried.
At least I tried. So I went a little rogue yesterday, posted pictures of me wearing the shirt, some of the details. Got a lot of feedback from people, mostly grumbling about the fact that the team has not announced the release of the kit yet, or when are they going to do it, and when will it be available in stores.
I think that's the big thing. And when will it be available for people other than Americans living in the U.S.?
Right.
Or other people, for people living in the U.S. That's what I mean.
Yes,
because it's at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Right. And I'm sure that Dick's...
Which even actually to look at the pictures, because someone had said, oh, by the way, again, it was leaked by Dick's Sporting Goods. You had to use a VPN because if you're trying to look at the website from outside of the U.S., it tells you that you're blocked. So, you really only can have access to it if you are within the U.S.
Right. It's all a crazy system. And I think it's just a reflection. There's been some communication bumps in the roads as the season rolled out. They seem to be a different type of communication bump each season, but there's always something, right? So between the new streaming service rolling out and the kit rollout.
Is there?
Supposedly there's a new streaming service that we've paid
allegedly
for, that we haven't seen anything on yet. So it'll all work itself out. We still have a week until the season starts. We can remain hopeful with the doubt on your face. And in the meantime, I have this beautiful shirt, which also I thought when I looked at the original pictures that it was more white with red badges.
And actually, when I saw your photo yesterday, it looked white. I think being in the bright sunlight.
In the bright sunlight, but it's a really nice cream color. Mm-hmm. And the rust and there's a pattern on the shirt that reflects the rust and the pattern that will be on the new cup. And so I think people are calling this the cup shirt.
Which is interesting because actually the home kit has like the little railings from the old cup.
Oh, yeah, from the old cup. Yes,
actually embossed onto it, right?
Right.
And the white bit kind of mirrors that as well. Yeah. The white piping on the shoulders.
So I'm sure that's not the cop shirt. Someone somewhere put some thought into it. I know. Or
someone
that's the old
somewhere
cop shirt.
Thought,
this is the new cop shirt.
Thought something at some time.
Something. But anyways, I'm enjoying it, and it fits me well, and I'm very happy. So
good. Is it a real collar? Does that, or is it?
It is a real
down?
Collar. It's a real collar. It's a real collar.
Okay, very nice.
Yep, you can flip it up, flip it down. It's like one of those mini collars. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So other people might like to have one day. Let's see.
Yes. Yeah. One day.
Moving on.
moving on. So the season kicked off last Friday with the Carabao Cup against Middlesbrough. And I mean, we knew going in that we had quite possibly the toughest opponent we could have in the first round, because they were the highest ranked team in the championship that did not get promoted last year. And it was an away match. And sadly, I mean, we lost 0-1. I don't think it was it wasn't a blowout. It was, I think we played well. It could have gone either way. But I think it did highlight just a few things that Parky and others will be thinking about, I think, as we get ready for the full regular season to kick off on Monday the 17th. But the first is, like, did the US tour, does it hamper us early in the season? I mean, I know there's reasons why we do the US tour. It's a good marketing tool. It gets fans in the US able to see games. But they were back 5 days before this match.
And kids? Sorry. Yeah.
But coming back 5 days before the match, and, you know, then going into this game against a very tough team. I mean, yes, we looked good in the US when we were playing, but then we were playing in extreme heat. We were playing, 3 different cities. There was a lot of traveling involved. And I don't know if that's what led to, I joke with you a lot that, we need a bingo card for what happens to us during these matches on a regular basis. And I'd say I would have marked the sluggish second half start box.
Right, sluggish second half? Yes. Sluggish first half.
Well, the first half was even.
Actually, no, I do think we played better in the first half. Actually, that could be a bingo space. One good half of football.
One good half of football, whichever, whether it's the first 45 or the second 45.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think anytime you travel, right, and you're traveling across time zones, it takes time to recover from that. And if on top of that, you need to be a high performing athlete and not like a slug who can roll to their work from home desk and keep working, that I'm the slug. I'm the slug in this situation. That's tough. That's a lot to go through. And when you don't have that much time to recover because you've had this big trip, and then on top of that, in addition, you're training, right? You're getting ready for the match. It's a lot. So,
but we did end up playing what I feel is looking like close to the starting lineup. Well, I mean,
that's not bad for some things.
No, the defense line of Doyle, Heim, and Viner seems pretty locked in. It did turn out that Max had injured himself, so that's why he didn't feature. So he's supposed to. There's a closed door match with Wigan today that he's supposed to be getting some minutes in, and some others who have not played as much. But the defense line seems pretty locked in. It seems like if you're looking at strikers, Parky seems to be favoring Sam Smith over Kiefer Moore at the moment. That's not surprising. I hope that's
not due to an injury, or
no. I think it's more of a reflection that Sam really stepped it up in the second half of the season and made some beautiful goals.
And in the preseason.
And the preseason. I mean, they both played well in the preseason, but it seems like Smith was getting more of an edge in terms of the time played and the opportunities that he was given. But then we're still stuck with our goalkeeper uncertainty.
As we were going into the match, we have talked a lot about this. This is a very big topic of discussion between us. And as soon as the lineup came out, we both sort of said, huh? Oh. Because we kind of thought that this would be, the dress rehearsal, right, for the 17th, the dress rehearsal for the season, the league matchup to kick off. And seeing Danny Ward in, we both sort of, that was really puzzling. And then I was thinking about it and I thought, I wonder if this is like, maybe Parky's not fully decided and this is the kind of last chance shot for Danny Ward to see so that Parky can make up his mind and, decide where he wants to go. But I don't know. I'm so distressed by this topic.
Well, and I tend to lean more on those who think that for some reason Parky lost trust in Arthur at some point during last season, and we've talked about this again a lot.
Look, that could be fair, but like, what did Danny Ward do enough to build up trust in the final matches that he played in the season? Like, does that outweigh Arthur's performance? And like, nothing against him, but I think what we saw at the end of the last season, the answer is clearly no.
Right. And I don't think he did anything spectacularly wonderful on the Friday match. It was a good service.
There were a couple nice saves, but some of them were
goal,
also like.
And the goal that was scored was a beautiful goal that probably anyone would have had. Done. No one could have done anything with that.
Yeah, absolutely not his fault.
Yeah, I would have just loved to see Arthur get this last pre-season match on his belt. But it's interesting because one of the topics I've noted for a little bit later, but we'll just jump into it right now. We typically don't talk about rumors, but this morning it seems to be all but confirmed that we are about to sign a goalkeeper from Sunderland. So Anthony Patterson, he's come up through the Sunderland Academy. He was on loan at Millwall last season. He actually featured in the Sunderland-Philly match for Sunderland. It looks like they're like eminently going to announce his signing for a record £8 million fee. So even more than we paid for Nathan Broadhead, which then I think the question then becomes not is it Danny or Arthur, is which one leaves?
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, I think this question still is it Danny or Arthur? But then you just add on the end bit of who would be leaving.
Right.
Or who becomes number two.
Right. Who becomes number two. And I think that Arthur being so much younger probably has higher value for another team. I mean, he's only still 24 years old. He's grown immensely since.
I don't know. That's kind of middle age.
Well, for goalkeepers, it's still.
Sorry, Arthur. You're a middle-aged footballer.
But yeah, so
don't take the Ben Foster example. He's a unicorn.
So we are going to have to keep an eye on what happens over the next couple of days. I think we're going to learn more, and we have 3 more weeks left in the transfer window. So there's still a lot that could happen.
But get your tissues ready, folks.
I know, get them ready. But we did see our 2 new signings make their official debuts. So
I remember one of them,
Danny Imre. So he started. And he's looking, again, really sharp like he did against Sunderland. And then Ben Whiteman made his debut as a substitute at the end. So he came in. I didn't really get to see too much of what he can do, but it's nice to see him starting to get into the rotation so we can start to learn more about him. There's 2 things that I really noted from this match. And one is just that we're desperately missing Josh Windass and what he brings. Because it's just the opportunities that he sets up, all the assists that he made last season, the goals. I mean, he was their top goal scorer last season.
The hair,
the lack of smile. A lot. We're missing all of those things.
Yeah, the complaining about the celebrations, or lack thereof.
And so hopefully he gets back soon, because we really can't afford a very slow start to this season like we had last season, and I don't think it'll be that slow. But
I mean, we can always make it up, right?
We can make it up, but
we really showed that in spades last season.
Right. Yeah,
but
we
have a tough start.
We have a tough start, and I think that leaves a hole up front. Him being out. I mean, Bailey has made leaps and bounds improvements over the summer, but I don't think he brings that same quality that Windass brings, that determination. And so it's like, I just can't wait for him to be back. But the other main big question.
Do we have any timeline?
They just said he's getting better. You know how Parky is.
No information.
Parky gives us answers that don't say anything. Yes. The other big question is just, can we get Cacace to stay healthy for a season?
Didn't we hear actually that after the last match that he
strained or something his calf. Yes. And I mean, he was out for most of the season last season.
I know.
Barely made it back at the end of the season.
When he's on, he's on. And that's fantastic. It's just he's made of glass.
Yeah, and he played really well in the World Cup. Apparently, when he was playing in Italy, he was very impressive as well. It's frustrating, and I feel bad for him too, because
I mean, that certainly would not be the dream of any footballer, that you're kind of just sat out because of an injury, which you obviously don't want to have. But
right. And that just leaves us to rely only on George Thomason in that case. And so it's like,
we need to knock on wood, I don't know, all the things that you knock on for good luck.
All the things that we knock on, yes. But yeah, so like I mentioned, so there's a closed door friendly, the last friendly of the season today against Wigan. I'm assuming there'll be an after-match report. And then we're just kind of really looking forward to next Monday night, heading down to Cardiff City and kicking off the season in style. It's going to be a tough one, because our friends have told us that anytime we play Cardiff, it's always just fraught with north-south rivalries and Welsh pride and everything else. And so I think that it'll be an interesting one.
As it should be.
As it should be, yeah.
But I think also where they're coming from.
Right.
Right, where they were last season. I think that also sets it up in a in a different way as well.
Interesting dynamic, yes. Yeah. So. I did over the weekend. I was able to catch, because our match was on Friday. On Saturday morning, I watched the Carabao Cup between West Ham and Portsmouth.
Okay.
And it was played at the London Stadium. 53,000 people attended for a first round Carabao Cup match. They said it was the largest attendance ever for a first round match.
Really?
Yeah. And it was interesting, because I was watching it because I wanted to, I haven't really watched West Ham play, because, they recently have been relegated. And so I wanted to watch it. And so Portsmouth got off to an early start, and I was like, oh, this is exciting. Portsmouth's going to come and beat this former Premier League team, and it's going to make our chances better when we play them next month. And then all of a sudden, like that, West Ham turned on.
Yeah.
And 3 goals in a row.
I mean, look, we've seen that. We've done that.
We've done that, but just the quality and the speed and the precision that they played with.
Ipswich Town.
Yes, very much like Ipswich Town. So it'll be interesting. It's kind of fun to watch the teams that we will be up against soon that we haven't seen yet. So
yeah, it's true. I mean, we have 6 new teams to have our eyes on this season.
Right. So yes, we have a lot to look forward to, and lots to fill out our bingo cards, which I actually think we are going to have real bingo cards soon that people will be able to download. I think that will be.
I'm really looking forward to this. Yeah.
Great. So let's keep an eye. We'll see you next time. Right?
Okay. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for joining us this week. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
You can also email us at wxmcoffeematchup@gmail.com. All one word. That's wxmcoffeematchup@gmail.com. Or you can follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky at wxmcoffeematchup.
From the cop to your coffee cup, that's all for today's Wrexham Coffee Matchup. Keep it brewing, keep it red, and as always, up the town.